Hello, Tommy. So, you want to talk about racing in the rain? Okay, so here's my take. And you should know that I have a bias because I'm not a big fan of driving in the rain. Not even racing, just even driving is not my thing. But occasionally with karts, I had driven and raced in the rain, and of course, as a spectator, I've seen a lot of races in the rain. So, of course, I have an opinion. I have an opinion on everything. Racing in the rain, for me, it really boils down to two things. One is that it's unusual. Car racing is a fair weather sport. Yes, it's rain or shine, but it's shine most of the time. So both the teams and the drivers are never at their best when it rains. That's not how they practice. That's not how they are more used to set up the car and so on and so forth, which basically mixes things up. And some drivers, especially drivers, have a talent for rain. And they tend to shine in those conditions because everybody else's car is never really set up right. Not even theirs, of course, but they're the talented ones. And very few other drivers are used to drive in the rain. So, to me, it's merely a combination, yes, of car setup that is mostly wrong most of the time, and talent, and lack of practice. The other aspect of driving in the rain is the unpredictability of the conditions. When you drive in the rain, the racetrack changes at every lap, significantly. The racetrack always changes, but just a little bit in the dry. In the rain, it changes dramatically from lap to lap. And I suspect that the best drivers are those that can adapt to the changing situation. They can feel the track and get the extra half a second or whatever it is that it's there, and they feel it and they know where to go, what's the line that can give them the extra performance when others are missing the changing conditions. We just saw the Monte Carlo Grand Prix today, and that to me is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. The changing conditions were from beginning to the end of the race. They all made different choices. They had, they changed the tires at different times. They changed into super soft or just regular soft, and so on, which shows that it really, mixes things up, and the best drivers, those that really you find at the end on the podium, are those that know how to interpret the changing track better than everybody else. So that's what I think. So for the next topic, I want to bounce back to you to hear your opinion. Today is a very interesting day. Today is the biggest day in racing of the year. It's the last weekend of May. So we also had the Indy 500, the 100th edition of the Indy 500. What do you think about open wheel oval racing? Is it still relevant? Is it something that is really worth doing? Is it too dangerous? In IndyCar, the latest fatalities have been on oval racing situations and super speedways for the most part. They're very dangerous. Are we really supposed to continue to do that? Or maybe it's time to leave the ovals to NASCAR and bring open wheel onto road courses only, where personally I think it belongs. What's your opinion? I look forward to hearing from you as usual. See you next time.